Look, you clicked on this video because you want to be a better shooter. Look, all I want you to do, grab your ball, get ready, put your shoes on. Let's get to this workout right now because I'm going to help you become a better shooter. I want you to hop in the court and just start shooting immediately. I actually want you to warm up your entire body, get your tendons right and get your handle right and just get your brain flowing. So all I want you doing right here is skipping normally, but then I want you just dribbling at the exact same time. You're going to do this all the way to half court, the exact same thing back. Make sure you just feel nice and relaxed, feel nice and smooth. I want you to do this for maybe about 3 times, going back and forth all the way to half court. This is simply just helping your body become more warm, get your tendons activated, get your brain flowing so you're just not stagnant and you feel like you have no energy. Now, after dribble skips, I want you to do this right here, which is a lateral dribble. All you're doing is basically having lateral movement, but you're just dribbling at the exact same time. Any dribble you want, I just want you to warm up that lateral side-to-side movement. Basically here, we just got done with the dribble skips, but now the thing is with basketball, it's not just linear, it's also lateral side to side. So I just want you to slowly warm up your lateral movement by doing this. Now for this last warm-up drill, you're doing the exact same thing. I want you to be a little bit more stationary here, but we're still moving. Take your ball, all I want you to do is getting into a drop squat on the lateral side while maintaining your dribble, then popping back up. Immediately after you pop up, you get into an inside leg stick while still dribbling, and you're just literally going back and forth doing this thing the entire time. This is helping prep your body to get into those deep positions as you see in game by getting into that lateral drop as well as that inside leg stick, which we always do in game. Now, the first drill of our no dribble series is simply going to be forearm shooting, but with a little bit of a twist. You're going to be doing what's known as popping feet. So basically, popping feet is when you have both legs here and you're popping up and down. I don't want you to stay super stagnant right now. I want you to emphasize really this pop and that energy going through the ground and up. Directly after that, you're doing that for about 3 to 4 taps. So you come here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Directly after, you're just getting into a normal shot. You can jump, not jump, do whatever you want. So if I do this real quick, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, hop into my shot, and then I just shoot it. Now this is easily one of my favorite shooting drills to warm up your shot because for one, you're activating a little bit of your fast twitch muscle fibers, getting yourself poppy off the ground, which is something you do all the time when shooting. But also too, you're also working on that high arc, which is something a lot of players struggle with because they have really flat arcs. So this is really good for warming up that shot. The second one, after the popping feet, we're now getting into what's known as fall over shots. So basically, I want you lining up in a slow stance. You're going to be a little bit farther from the basket now, maybe near the free throw line, just inside of it. Doesn't really matter, just around that area. All you're doing here is pretty much getting into this wide stance here, very upright. All I want you simply doing is just falling over and landing in a left-right footwork directly after you pop into your shot. So basically, if I do this real quick, I would land through, I'd fall over, 1, 2, get directly into my shot. Now the reason why I love these fall over shots is for one, it's working on momentum into your jumper. So a lot of times when you get into a 1, 2 footwork, you're using your energy and using your speed to get into that shot. And now we're just isolating that by getting into that fall over stance, which pushes us into that 1, 2 footwork. Now for the third drill, you're doing what's known as a 3D plyo shot. So basically there's 3 dimensions. We have front, side, and back. All you're doing is balancing on your right leg or your left leg, and you're gonna be hopping forward onto one leg, hopping directly back, and as soon as you hop back, you're landing back on 2 feet, getting into your shot. Directly after that, you're then hopping to the side, then hopping back, landing on 2, getting to your shot. And for the third shot, you're landing back, landing forward, landing back on 2 feet, and getting into your shot. Now you might look at this drill and think, what is the point of this drill? Look, the thing is we have 3 dimensions. We have the front, lateral, and back. The reason why I love this drill is because you're absorbing and be able to push off the ground from all of those 3 dimensions, as well as be able to shoot directly after, which is something you need in basketball. Now for the fourth drill, you're gonna do what's known as a crossover footwork drill. So pretty much, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're getting into sort of a stance. You're gonna be lining inside of the key here, so on the right side or the left side of the free throw. Basically, all you're doing is simply just one crossover step. So this front leg is gonna come over, I cross over my foot then lands behind me. Now it's simply just getting to my shot. It's pretty self-explanatory, and you do this at a full speed. So if I do this real quick, it'd be 1, 2, and then get directly into my shot. And the crossover drill is my favorite drill for just simply getting general footwork down, because the crossover step is something that obviously you do within a crossover move or just any type of particular move that involves a cross step, but you do it a lot in shooting because you're moving off the dribble and getting into that 1, 2 footwork after the cross. Oh, and by the way, before I move on to the next drill, I have something just for you. I just recently released my brand new school community known as IWH Academy, which has 3 different skill programs, one-on-one personalized coaching from me. So if you text me at any time, I'll be like, hey, what's going on? I'll send you an exact drill. You send me film, I'll analyze that, send you a personalized workout for yourself, as well as just having weekly coaching calls where I can go over your training. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching from me and a bunch of drills just like this in a huge program, check the link down below because I have a special offer just for you. Now we're moved away from no dribble and now we're going off the dribble. So for the first drill, I want you to do what's known as a hinge pickup. So a lot of times when we're dribbling and we're at this position, we're hinged, which is able for us to sell our drive, act like we're maybe going to be doing something. It leaves us questionable as to what we're going to be doing with the basketball. So hinge pickups, all I want you doing here is just dribbling with this hinge. I don't want you low to the ground like this. I simply want you to grab your hip and just hinge towards the ground. And when you come through, I just want you hinged, having that chest towards the ground. And at any moment, I just want you picking up and directly getting into your shot. Now, if you watch some of the best NBA shooters or just scorers in general, for instance, like Kyrie Irving, you see a lot on his dribble pull-ups, he hinges towards the basket, which is simply allowed for him to sell his drive to the basket, which catches the defenders off guard. So hinging at the basket, for one, leaves you questionable as to what you're going to do with the basketball, as well as freeing up space and getting into that jumper. Now, for the second drill, we're going to be doing what's known as a hang or a float shot. So simply, in terminology, a hang is simply when you dribble the ball and you quite literally hang it in the air without carrying it and you have your hand on the side of the ball or just slightly above the ball. And a float is literally the exact same thing, but a float would be more so if I dribble and the ball floats and spins in my hand. So with those two terminologies, you're doing the exact same thing, but you're just getting into a shot directly after. So if I want to come here and I just want to do any hang that I want, or any type of dribble, or any type of float, I would then directly get into my shot and finish at the basket. The hang and the float is a pretty controversial move in today's NBA because a lot of people think it's a carry, it's a travel, and it's legal. It is not. It's 2024, refs are very lenient on this, and it's just simply a part of the game now. And this simply allows you also to keep your defender off guard, not know what you're doing, and allows you to score at a higher clip. Now for the third off the dribble shot, now I want you getting into what's known as an inside step pull-up. So basically, all I want you doing is lining up outside of the three-point line. You're gonna be doing this in the mid-range. I want you putting the ball on your left hand starting out, and all I want you doing is simply cross the ball. As soon as you cross the ball, you're grabbing the same foot, so this left foot, and you're inside stepping, keeping this right leg down. You're inside stepping as far as you can, and then directly after your right foot comes over, and get right into that pull-up. So if I do this real quick, I would come through, one big cross, one big inside step, and then I'll get directly into my shot. The inside step is a very popular footwork. You see this all the time on pull-up jumpers. You see this off the crossovers, even some off the betweens. The inside step is crucial because for one, it sells your drive to the basket, but also it's that breaking leg that gets you into that pull-up jumper, to spark your energy up in the air and hit that shot. For the fourth off the dribble drill, you're doing what's known as a speed stop. So pretty self-explanatory. A speed stop is when you're going fast, obviously, fast, and all of a sudden you're stopping into any type of drag move. Maybe it's a punch move behind the back. Any type of move where you're going fast, stopping on a dime, the defender flies by, and you get into that shot. So if I do, for instance here, a punch drag, I can go to my left side, I go as fast as possible, punch, defender will fly by, and then I'll get directly into my shot. Now, in my opinion, in today's basketball, you need to have a speed stop. It's the most important move because the game is getting faster, but also two defenders are more athletic. And if you're slower, a great way to create separation is bumping them off, getting to a stop, and getting into your shot. You see Kyrie do this all the time. The best NBA players do this all the time. It is simply the most important move to have in basketball. For the fifth shooting drill, now you're getting into any type of shot separation. So you can line up literally anywhere you want around the basket. It can be a mid-range three-point shot, it literally doesn't matter. For demonstration purposes, you're just gonna be doing any type of dribble you want. You can do stationary, you can be moving, anything you want, but at any moment, you're doing any type of dribble or any type of move to where you create separation away from where you originally came from. So this could be a step back, a runaway, speed stop, anything you wanna do. So if I do this real quick, have you dribbling, looking around, maybe showing some stunts, and all of a sudden, I would get into any type of separation and get into my shot. And look, this is pretty self-explanatory. You need to have separation in today's game. If you're shorter, even if you're a guard, even if you're a big man, you need to have the ability to separate from your defender and get into a shot. For the last off the dribble shot, you're doing what's known as a Hesy Stunt. So a Hesy Stunt is pretty self-explanatory. You've seen this all the time from some of the best players or even some content creators you may watch. You see a lot of shot Hesy. So it's you coming here, faking like you get into a shot and you put it back down onto the floor. But all what you're doing is spamming this as a stunt. So basically if I come to here, all of a sudden I would come into a stunt, so I'd rapidly contract my body, twitch, and I would also show my shot at the exact same time. Then put ball back down, do the exact same thing, relaxed, show a stunt, come here, show a stunt again. You're really trying to sell your shot, and then directly after that, at any moment, you can get into a shot. Now, in my opinion, if you're a shooter and you can shoot at a very high clip and you're a threat when it comes in the game, this is a must-have shot for you. It's very simple, it's pretty easy, it takes time to get the coordination down, but if you can get this down, you'll have defenders flying in the air to create separation for your shot, or just other driving lanes to attack the basket. Now, for this last segment, in my opinion, this is the most important segment. If you don't do this, a lot of this work simply just not going to translate to the game. I want you to just go out to your normal gym, maybe it's a park, wherever the case may be, and just find a partner. This can be an 80-year-old man, a 10-year-old kid, a 14-year-old kid, a 25-year-old. Literally does not matter. I just want you to have some sort of defense on you so you try to play against him, get into different shots, work on different moves, get separation away from your defender, because guess what? If you don't use the moves against defense, you simply won't know if they work. And if you put them in game, all of a sudden, your coach is going to be like, these shots aren't working. You're creating turnovers. You're missing bad shots. Sub. This is exactly what happens. So stop focusing so much on drills. Use these for today, but and I want you to put these into action against an actual live defender so you can simply translate it to the game. So that is it for today's shooting workout. You might think this is very simple or this is very hard. Whatever the case may be, sometimes simple is best, sometimes hard is even better because you get to adapt to what you're doing. So if you want more drills like this, all I'm going to ask from you right now is, for one, just like the video, and two, I just want you to simply comment down below what else you'd like to see. Maybe a specific shooting skill, maybe it's a certain handle drill, maybe it's a whole concept of skill that you want to understand. Comment down below and I'll get to it as soon as I can. And once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in for today's video. Again, check the link in the description down below for my brand new school community where I have all these drills, a bunch of tips, and one-on-one coaching from me. So once again, thank you again. Check out the link down below. I'll see you around next time.